Well, of course, McGuire and Canseco, those guys were young players at the time. And then having to bring them again from the plane to the bus to take you to the hotel. Is that center good enough, or am I way off? I'm way off center. So I've been getting a lot of questions about what it was like to be a rookie when I was playing, and what it was like to go through it, right? What are the things that you had to do? Well, back in the late 80s, early 90s, it was a bit of a different game. The guys that came up before you really paid their dues, right? There wasn't much money involved in it. So when you came up, it was rough, right? The veterans had grinded for a very long time, so now they've got a few years in, and they're going to make sure that you feel a little bit of the pain that they felt. So I, as a rookie, it lasted me about 2 years because I was up and down, up and down, up and down. So when I came up, we had Captain Connie Lansford and Goose Gossage were a couple of the big veterans. Dave Henderson, Dave Parker, well, of course, McGuire and Canseco. Those guys were young players at the time. But still, as a rookie, you got the short end of the stick, so to speak. So one of the things that they would do to you or asked you to do was after each game, you got about 45 minutes, an hour to get ready to go. The buses leave for the plane, go to the next town. So I was instructed first time this happened that I needed to make sure that I had beers on the bus for the veterans. So I'm like, okay, I'll talk to the clubhouse guy, right? So you talk to the clubhouse guy, and they're the people that get you everything you want, right? If you need something, the clubhouse people are there to take care of you. Right? They work for tips. They're just amazing guys. They get everything done that you need. So I said, I need beers for the bus. Can you hook me up? He said, of course. So and I said, make sure it's Bud Light. So he got me some Bud Light, got a trash bag full of beer, and a bunch of ice on top of it. And I carry it on, bring it onto the bus, start walking toward the back of the bus, right? And these guys start giving it to me, right? Hey, Hemo, do you ever play? What are you even on this team, right? You just catch bullpens? You know, they just bust your chops left and right. So I'd bring it back, set it down, and they'd get off the bus, right? Because I'd have to ride on the turd bus, they call it, which is the media bus, right? The media people that travel with the team, they ride on a separate bus. The players, the veteran players and coaches ride on the veteran bus. So they tell me to get off the bus. I'd have to head back and ride on the other bus. No big deal. And then we get on the plane, cruise to wherever we're going, whatever town you're going to, and playing in next. And then I'm instructed to get the beers from the plane, because now I have to get a whole new bag, right? Because they drank those on the first bus. So now you have to get a whole new garbage bag. I asked one of the flight attendants to hook you up, get a bunch of ice. And now, you walk off the plane onto the tarmac, and you have the two buses waiting, and drop it off there on the veteran bus and have to go through it all again. But now this time, not only have they had the beers from after the game at where you were just at, now they've had the beers on the plane. Now you're getting on the bus and dropping it off again, and oh my God, it was those guys could do a number on you, some of them, right? But it was funny, and it was part of the way that they did things back then. Today's game is quite a bit different. There's so much more money involved right off the bat and everybody gets treated so nicely, and it's just a different game. So I don't think there's much quote unquote hazing or whatever that you had to go through back in the day that they go through now. They don't go through that like we did. But I'll tell you, I'll never forget. And as soon as somebody got called up that had less time than me, I passed that buck right to him. Now he had to do it, right? And it was not a great job. I don't even know when that ended, because that was still going on in '97. Things are still going on. '96 still happening. So I think to this day, there might be some poor rookie having to bring the beers onto the bus and getting ready for the next road trip, and then having to bring them again from the plane to the bus to take you to the hotel. It was a real treat, but it took a lot of razzing, but it was a lot of fun. Anyway, that's a story for you about having to bring the beers and what it's like to be a rookie in the show.